All right, I'm doing good. We're at a public place, so if you might see anybody photo bombing and video bombing us at any time, so be ready for all that kind of stuff. So
Okay.
French fries, food fight, and everything, we're at a restaurant. So
Where's the restaurant located?
no internet at the house. This we're trying to get rid of. But anyway, we're trying to sell
Oh,
the house. By the way, okay, never mind.
you're in Indiana right now.
Michigan City.
Michigan City. Oh, okay.
Right.
Hmm.
Good.
All right.
Well, this is working. This is I got you guys loud and clear, and so what's going on?
Oh, we had an interesting weekend
Yeah.
just now because Saturday we went and sat in with Jimmy Burns and we knew the guys in the band, so we went and bugged them for a little while and sat in.
Right. What was the guitar player's name again?
Carlos
Carlos
Showers,
Johnson. Showers.
Carlos Showers,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Carlos Showers. I
yeah.
thought he played with Jimmy Johnson at one
He
time.
did. Yeah,
Right.
he played with Big Time Sarah's band,
Oh,
BTS
right,
Express,
right,
for years and years,
right.
and he was played with Shirley because after Big Time Sarah passed,
Okay.
then Shirley used that band Blue Chicago quite a bit, so that's what we see Carlos there, and I was glad to see him because. Over a period of time, some guys jumped on him and took his guitar away and beat him up, real bad, and then so they kind of got on Facebook and then people got together and donated the guitar to him,
Yeah.
just because that's how much love they have for him, he got his guitar back too. On top of that,
Right.
so the detectives, the police department, in Chicago, and then they end up getting his guitar back from him. Found it at pawn shop, some guys, but man. And
That sucks.
we love our instruments, but these guys are getting ferocious out here. Man, go buy you a guitar instead of jumping on somebody, like that. But I was glad to see him because we were worried about his health and everything. He had to go to the hospital, and
I guess.
yeah, that was pretty bad. So,
Hmm. Yeah.
but but he was playing very well when I saw him, Saturday, and Sunday we played with Bob Mandarino. It was a jam, open jam in DeMotte, Indiana, and I was the guest host, and we kind of shared the spot since John was in town helping me with the house. We just kind of shared the co-host spot,
Right.
and we had a good time out there. Really, we really did, and that not as many people as we would like out there because they give you a good blues show every week out there, at the Poorhouse, Pour.
Yeah, I saw
Poor.
that. I watched some of the highlights.
Yeah, we
And
got.
look,
In fact, I probably got a song on my new CD.
Right.
I'm working on that. Working on the Poorhouse song right
Yeah, but don't
now.
let Bob call it the whorehouse.
Oh, we don't want
Uh,
that. Okay,
we
we
had fun
alive.
with that.
And John is
that's right. We're live.
actively forgetting
Right.
that. So, all right, John.
That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. Whatever said is said. So, and everything. This our show today looks really smooth. Everything's there's no video glitching or anything like that. So it looks like we both have good connections. So I
Yeah, I'm
last
so
time we
glad
talked
you
with
have this thing.
last time we talked with John, we didn't have a really good signal. So maybe we could just talk a little bit with John about what he was saying that didn't really come through on the last talk show. I think you were there was some things you were saying about uh, playing and recording in. I think you were recording in Chicago, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
So
we get an
how?
opportunity to, Chess Records is opening up the studio again, and I've been invited to be on the roster. So
Whoa!
we're planning on being involved with that.
All
Also,
right.
I'm hoping that Reese Records would have some more material for us to record.
We
So,
do. We
uh,
do.
uh, well, I'm pushing them a little bit. Yeah, if we keep them in town for a bit, keep them out of Brazil and all that kind of stuff.
Hey,
Right.
people in Brazil, hello
Right.
again. Want to come back? You know.
Yeah, the future looks very bright for us at this
I
time.
I never heard anything about Chess Records restarting. Who's behind that?
Jackie Dixon,
Jackie Dixon. Wow.
Willie's daughter. Right.
Right.
What is that?
Yeah. The Blues Heaven Foundation is ran by her also. Okay. I
Yeah.
had
Okay. Right.
I played there on the 20th. What was it?
20th of
July.
July.
Yeah,
The
20th
20th.
of July, and that's when I got my information. They're starting that up again. Right.
So it's
Yeah,
it
I'm
is
just
any.
one of the first artists, I guess, that in the revival part of it, like
Right.
that. So, and if he happened to not make it that day, maybe I can take his place.
Is anybody from the Chess family also involved with it?
I have no idea. I just got the information through Jackie, and Janine. Yeah. Yeah. So we cross your fingers.
Yeah, that's really
Ah,
excellent news. Like that could be a super boost in the arm of the music, the blues, because there's so much. I was thinking today. I was driving around and I was thinking about Buddy Guy, the amount of work that he did for Chess Records, and then I remember him putting out the album "A Man in the." I think it's called "A Man in the Blues," and I think
Mhm.
that recording was actually on Vanguard. And I was kind of
Okay.
driving around, I was just thinking, well, I wonder why he, with all the work that he was doing for chess, why would he go over to Vanguard to do some recording?
Well, maybe he got impatient because they were kind of slow at some point, you know. But yeah, and he got an opportunity to move when he wanted to, so I guess he moved on. You
Well, I
know.
don't know. I don't even know if he moved. I think he was still working for chess, but I don't know. I kind of want to talk to him about that. Uh, Buddy, are you there? I don't think Buddy's on. Buddy's
No,
not
he's not
joining us
here.
today.
right. We come back.
Right.
So yeah, but it's but yeah, Chess Records starting up. Yeah, I'm gonna send them some stuff of mine.
Right. Right. Do that.
Well, one thing about the record companies and everything, kind of back in the day, they have a lot of power, and you didn't have the power that you have nowadays to say, oh, I want this, or to bargain for this or that, what I mean, like that, especially if you're like a new artist or something like that. So it's why, and there's a lot of labels starting up, like my label, and that we're able to do what we want to do. We don't have we have the control of the content that we're putting out,
Right.
and who we're talking to, and then and just we don't wield that big power stick like just like they do. Like you do this and you
Right.
do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
If you want to be on the label, or else we kick you off. That
Uh,
kind of you got that feeling,
mm.
even if they don't say it.
Well,
But
I do enjoy the freedom that we
yeah,
have.
yeah.
We don't have no foot on the back of our neck. Okay.
Hmm.
And we do stuff that we really enjoy doing. So the material comes out,
Hmm.
it reflects,
Oh yeah,
you know,
it's a lot
right,
better. We can put a lot more of what we feel into it,
right.
especially when we're not hindered by stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, it's a better creative environment. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. A lot less stress and pressure because from what I've heard, I've watched some documentary, and the Chess Brothers seem pretty hard on the musicians. Like I couldn't believe the way they're treating the guys and the girls.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But John's got his eye on a few things that was recorded by James Cotton.
Yeah.
That the song.
Yeah.
What's the name of
Well, here I am. Here I am knocking at your door again,
it?
which
Okay.
I have now wrote it, and James recorded it.
Uh-huh.
That,
Oh.
that kind of helped boost my potential too,
Hmm.
because I ended up recording it in France with my uncle Jimmy, and that was great.
Jimmy
Right,
Johnson
right,
is his one of his uncles,
right,
Jimmy Johnson.
right, right. It was on the Black and Blue label.
Black and Blue. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right, that French label.
right.
AC Reed and I have on a recording on there as well too. I
Mhm.
think we came about 2 years after you. Maybe when
Right.
you did yours in '83
uh,
or
uh, uh,
'84 or something like that.
83.
'83.
Right,
Okay, that was
right.
my first trip to Europe in '83.
Oh,
I
okay.
was there with Junior Wells and Son Seals. That was a heck of a trip there. 14 airplanes. I'd never
Uh,
been on an airplane in my life.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
yeah,
in 3 weeks.
right,
3 week tour. Airplane up and down, up and
right,
down.
right. Well, I enjoyed the stay over there, but I didn't really like getting up 5 o'clock in the morning to catch a plane, and then when you get there, you got to catch the airplane. All right, and then from there
It's
straight to the
crazy.
show,
Yeah, it's
straight
crazy.
to the
Yeah,
show, and
yeah.
then
Or
after that,
sound check.
right, right.
You look dead tired by
Oh my God! Then after the show, you go straight to the hotel. You might have 2 or 3 hours to get packed and ready to leave again. All right,
then. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's a tour there.
right. That's the
They
tour.
dragging you around real good.
Right, right.
And
But we
that's
had
why
attitude
that's why they invented amphetamines.
to it. Right.
Uh,
Mm.
I've
but yeah,
heard
John had a lot longer tour with Jimmy, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
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 Well, we went for like 3 weeks, and then John went over there with a
We,
lot of luggage and just.
right. And we stayed 6 months.
Oh my
We
goodness.
did a 6 month tour. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
incredible, man.
yeah.
Cause I don't know anybody that went over there for 6 months,
Right.
except for like if you moved over there or something like Willie Maybach or some or you know,
And
some of the
that wouldn't have been constant working for 6 months. You would have some time off, right?
Well, maybe we might work. I was working what 6 days, and then we'd have one day off, and then 6 more days, one day off.
oh, that's a tour.
That's the tour.
Yeah, that's
You know, uh,
6 nights in a row, one day off,
right,
and then six
right.
nights in a row.
And you spend that one day off traveling.
Yeah,
Okay, it wasn't like you were sitting still. You kept
that's
moving. We were moving all the time. You know, right? But I mean, you get stamina. You build up stamina doing that. Okay. And not only that, the finances, you don't have time to spend no money, so you constantly making money, right? Yeah, you
Nowadays it would be different, with
right.
with things you can do on your phone and the internet. There was that
We
was
didn't have
nothing
that.
that back
Uh,
then.
oh man, the phones are very expensive, man.
They go tell me
Oh my
about it,
God.
boy.
I
Ooh.
was on the phone 5 minutes calling home to check to see they get the money to pay the rent. I
Yeah.
get off the phone 5 minutes now, $35.
No, whoa,
Yeah, 5 minutes.
And
wow.
that's some good money back then.
Oh yeah,
That's not a
Seven,
very
six,
good
$7
plan.
a minute.
AT&T was really getting over. Ain't no telling what they're doing now.
Mhm. Yeah.
Well, we got the cell phones and all that, which helped us because that bill
Hmm.
that we accumulated
Yeah.
down through the years is gone. Thank God. Yeah.
Well, there's
You had
all.
so many minutes back then, and I mean, you had so much time. You had clicks on the phone,
Mm,
and they would tell you, it's like 25 cents a click or 50 cents a click.
mm,
Of course, uh, the guy that went and got on the phone on it, and he haven't paid his bill yet. He going like, oh man, it's only just 25 cents a click. I said, oh, 25 cents a click. I go running over there, and I'm talking to my wife about 20 minutes. My girlfriend back there, I was talking to her about 20 minutes, and my bill was not $70. It was $168. Just for the
right,
phone. Now I was like, I thought you told me that, and she said, oh no, it's 50 cents a click.
Wow,
One of
that
those
sounds like
flick.
a. Yeah, yeah. That sounds like a telephone
Like a
company.
flicking away, boy. It seems like everything you go dot 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 click, yeah, that click
Mhm,
on the phone. It's like,
right.
Yeah. The technology's changed quite a bit for communication. However, it's
yeah, but
Right.
getting that
we
money too.
yeah, we've got ways of talking now like this, like using Zoom, using Facebook,
Oh
and all
yeah.
these other texting, cell phones, and
Right.
now it's got to the point where I was talking to promoter for this show that I'm doing in down by Drumheller in south of Alberta, and he called me back. Well, first I got a hold of him by telephone or email. I sent him an email. He came back with a message, and the message wasn't really clear. So I got back to him on telephone, talked to him on the phone,
Wow.
and then he
Yeah.
called me back asking if I was the one who just called him on the phone. So yeah, it's getting that crazy where people are thinking, "Oh, who's this guy pretending to be Larry on the phone? That's not Larry. I better call Larry." And so yeah, and so now we've got to deal with that when we're touring now as well. It's how do you get a hold of somebody when you really have to talk to them when you're on tour, right?
Right.
So I know Facebook's pretty popular, but does anybody still use a telephone, like a cell phone?
This,
Yeah.
said, does anybody what? I'm sorry,
Use
I
a
Anybody
missed
cell
still?
it.
phone?
Oh yeah,
Right.
we
Right.
do. Yeah, we do. We use that. But what I do when I go, I just came back from Brazil, or when I go over Europe or something like that. I always go on the Wi-Fi calls only, and then that way I don't run up a huge
Bill.
they count the data transfer or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that way it's just calls just go over the Wi-Fi. If the call drops, call back later or something like that. But it's always I have to be And that my GPS works over there too. It'll
Mm.
speak Portuguese if I want,
No.
Yeah.
and then the native streets all they're lined up. I'm going like, wow, this is cool. But do you leave that Wi-Fi, then you can't do anything new. Let's put it that way. I'm gonna get ready to come back. You gotta have Wi-Fi to get it restarted again.
Right.
Or you
Right.
gotta use the mobile network. That's where your money starts. Like that.
Right.
So
Do you
anyway,
ever use do you ever use Skype?
yeah, I used to use Skype. I used to use Skype when I had a trip to France, and it was a little scary for me then, because they had the volcanic ash, and it was right in the path of me coming home.
Oh.
So and the guys dropped me off in Paris at the hotel,
Mm.
and they said bye bye. They don't live in Paris. They live on another town 5 miles, a 5 hour drive
Mm.
away. And so they're driving off, and they leave me in the hotel. I'm supposed to get a taxi from the hotel to the airport, right? Um, and I called the taxi to go to the airport, and they told me, said no flight today
Mm.
to your plane is canceled, and like that. So I had scrambled back to get my hotel room again, and I had stayed 2 extra days until volcanic ash. And then one good thing I felt a little bit better about, the two of the pilots was in the same hotel that I
Oh,
was,
that was
and
good.
so I was kind of like following them around like a little make
Yeah.
sure that they wasn't going to leave me.
Right.
He said, well,
Yeah.
when we fly, you'll fly. Oh, don't worry, have another drink. I said, now I'm really worried because they're drinking with me. So,
So John,
but we made it home.
are you doing mainly your own shows right now, or what's who are you playing with right now mainly?
Well, I got a show coming up with Gary Martin. Uh, on the
Really?
seventh. Yeah, on the
Yeah,
seventh.
September.
Yeah, down at Legends in Chicago.
Oh, really?
Right.
But he got
Fred,
a place. We were
Freddie's
just there
gonna
Saturday.
Freddie's gonna be there too. I was hoping I can get Maurice to come, but I guess he making all the money. He don't have time for
Oh my
little
goodness.
people
Oh
anymore.
my goodness.
Uh,
All right, conference time, John. Wait a minute now. Oh man, oh
right.
man, oh man.
It would be great though if we can get you on the show with us.
Yeah, that'd be
Really.
that'd be nice. I love to come down and play some,
Right.
whatever.
But I think we'll have the same slot Jimmy Burns had. It's the
Oh,
whole thing will be over by 10 o'clock. You know.
yeah.
Right. Right.
Wonderful.
That's a primo spot for me. Woo.
If I come up with Johnny Drummer,
Mm-hmm.
then I might be up there in time. We might drive. I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes.
Right. Larry, see if you can twist his arm
Yeah,
to
sure.
have him come on. Now I work for Reese Records, right? And I gotta beg him to come play with us.
Ow, ow, ow,
Right.
How about that?
ow. My
How
arm is,
about that?
ouch.
Oh, how about that? All right. Mm.
So if I drive up with Johnny Drummer, I kind of I tell him I can't do it. I just come fly in.
All right. All right.
Okay, we're taking
I'm,
up donations to fly me in.
I'm holding you to that. Okay. Right.
I don't,
Mm.
well, I
And so
got to
you're
get
going to be backing up Gary Martin, or is Gary Martin playing just in the band, or what's going to?
No, we're gonna back him up. We're gonna
Because
back
yeah,
him up. But he came down to King Biscuit and backed me up.
he's
So
doing
I'm really trying
reciprocate, a little bit like
to return the favor.
yeah,
Right.
yep.
Yep.
Gary's playing.
Mhm.
Yes, he's doing. That's a big thing for him.
Right.
So that's good. So we're making it even bigger.
Right.
All right. So get in.
We're trying to expand our network.
Yeah, and
You
then we're
know.
gonna, you're gonna be taking hundreds of pictures and selfies and everything like that. And the tips are good down there. I've heard, people from all over Spain and Italy and Canada. One
Mm.
guy, I'm from Canada. I said, oh yeah, really? No, no, wow. And when he says I'm from Canada, he didn't say the name of the town, so you probably can't pronounce it or it's not close to anything that you familiar with you.
Right, right.
It's like it's called my town is called Piece of Dirt or something like that.
Nice.
Uh,
I've been there.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's good. But I'm glad they're proud of their country. That's a
right.
good thing, and when you do that, the audience starts feeling better about themselves too. They're not just like watching TV again, just sitting there like this,
Right.
watching TV. They kind of have a little dialogue, a little conversation uh, for them. It's especially people. Oh, I can feel kind of special telling where I'm from and just any conversation that can come up like that and before kind of break the ice a little bit before the show and start blasting the blues.
Hmm. Exactly. Mm.
And
Wow.
so
I'm
what's
gonna be
go
blasting those blues.
That's as much as I can.
what's going on after you play at Legends?
Well, I'm headed back to Detroit. I'm doing a concert at a place called TITP, Tuesday in the Park. Okay, right. But and I'm playing at Tuesday in the Park that Tuesday before the 7th. So I'll be playing Detroit, come to Chicago, come right back and play Tuesday in the Park again. You know,
Wow.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a heavy week for me.
Yeah.
Right,
He gonna burn a lot of rubber. He gonna buy some new tires.
I'm gonna
John,
have to.
he gonna have to get John got new tires.
Right, right.
What are you hauling? Are you just taking your guitar or are you taking a bunch of gear with you?
I'm taking all my gear with me.
Oh, really?
Right.
He doesn't really have a lot of gear like like the airplane launcher
Mm,
on the
yeah.
floor that this 17 pedals this way and then back row and all this stuff like that. He doesn't have a
Mm.
lot of gear like that, so
Well, it
Isn't
feels like it because that twin wheel reverb is very heavy,
yeah.
yeah.
very heavy.
Well, I was
And
just thinking if you're playing through a twin reverb, you wouldn't be able to take a flight and then just rent that type of stuff at the gig.
no, with the gig not paying me that much, I won't be able to afford to take an amp and a guitar and a travel case on the plane. I have to lug it in the
Right,
car,
yeah.
in the truck. You know, put it in the truck, drive up 300 miles, and then play, and come back 300 miles.
Yeah.
Rest a
Oh, it's
couple
only.
of
I
days.
thought it was further than that. Sorry, it's
No,
only 300 miles.
Yeah, it's only
not
three.
from
It's
Detroit.
5 hours, so it's not like he has to do that.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a 1 hour. In fact, that was kind of crazy to look at the schedule. What time's the plane take off? 3 o'clock. What time's the land? 3 o'clock. Oh, wait a minute.
From the
What
United States.
happened there? And so Detroit is on Eastern time, and we're on Central time.
Right,
So
right.
it got that 1 hour. It only takes a 1 hour flight. So
Right.
Yeah.
but if you leaving from Chicago, you leave at 2 and you arrive at 4.
Right, right.
So anyway, everybody's scratching their head about that. But yeah, it's always the local time, wherever you're leaving from or wherever you're landing at. So uh, if you can't get it from there, then you better ask somebody.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not too bad a drive.
What's going on with you, Larry?
Oh wow!
Anything
I
new?
don't. We since August last year we had to find another drummer for our act, and we actually just met somebody on Friday, and it looks like we found our drummer.
Okay.
Really talented.
Okay. I want to be in the parade. Go a parade. Go a parade.
I feel like it. I haven't felt that good playing our music for a really long time. So really understands music. Young too. I think maybe 19, and has been through a whole lot. So I'm 60 now, so I'm sharing a bunch of the stories from the old days that I know about touring and stuff.
You're that young.
I'm 60, yeah.
Oh, well, try 70. I just made 70.
That one day I'll try it.
Yeah.
70 is the new 55. Who said that? I don't know.
I like that.
No one ever.
I'll get you a shirt that says that. 70 is the new 55.
All right. You got my address?
I'll get to you somehow. And so, so I'm doing that, doing this TV show, also doing writing, composing a lot of stuff, and we got this. Me and Trish have got this thing called Trish and Larry, and we've been playing a lot with that, and it's a real different twist on what it's like. We call it a Roaring 20s style band playing modern songs, modern hit songs. So we're doing stuff like Miley Cyrus and
Miley Cyrus,
yeah,
country kind of stuff.
Well, a little bit of everything that you've been catching on the radio. You know, Lizzo. We're doing some Lizzo stuff, and anything that's a hit, we're kind of covering. And it was just a crazy idea we had at New Year's Eve. And people seem to really like it, so we've been pretty busy with that. But it's great to be back in showbiz, although it's pretty minor here still. But there is we got 5 shows coming up all over Alberta, and they're basically festivals. So not a great amount of money. But it just started raining outside. Sorry, that was distracting me.
I was about to ask you about your heat up there. Did you have the heat up there that you had a little trouble with before?
Yeah, that's gone. So it's dropped down quite a bit.
Houston is still there.
Oh, there's real big warnings for Texas right now. I'm glad I'm not down that way. 40 Celsius, like that's 110 or something. So that's way too hot for humans.
41 for a whole week there. Yeah, 41. Well,
I guess you're.
Boom, 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 boom. 107.
So that's the cool thing about being musicians is you can always travel to where the temperature is where you like it.
Or you end up traveling into the heat.
Yeah. Well, my wife found a little snippet on Facebook about the people that live in Texas now, like that they're driving with oven mitts on.
Now that's hot.
Steering wheel is so hot, man.
That is hot.
You can't lean out the window with your arm out the window. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah, that's too hot. So I'm kind of feeling a bit better. So I'm working on some inventions for myself. Actually, I found out a way to make something that's can be attached to a hat and you can put on your head, and it'll cool you from the top of your head down to your toes. So I just started working on that, borrowing some of the stuff that I was doing before I got sick, and all that company stuff, experimenting stuff I was doing. I learned quite a bit about a lot of different technologies. So, but mainly focused on playing music and keeping myself healthy.
That sounds good.
It's tough to handle the heat, though.
Oh, I got a question for you. Are you gonna start playing your cheese toast song?
I forgot to bring it with me.
Oh shucks! Wait,
It's
it got that big suitcase. I thought maybe you had it in there.
Is anybody in the chat room this time?
Let me take a quick look. That's a good question, and I'm actually able to go in there. How many people we have on? I think we have 3 people.
Wow, that's great.
I'll just ask. Oh, I'm not even signed in. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I don't know how to do that. There's still a bunch of stuff.
Anyway.
I always say during the show, if you want to. Yeah, I always say, since I'm still kind of learning how this computer stuff works with the chat room, I just let people know that if they have questions they want to ask us, just to make notes and then put them in the comments section of the videos when the videos are complete, because we can answer those questions, and through there I can send you guys the questions. We haven't really gotten any lately.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
we have to do since you kind of we had technical problems with some of the other shows, and we're gonna try to catch up with those guys and tape some more like that.
We're going to. I think we'll probably rerun one of the shows, or two of the shows. We still have to finish the interview with Shirley.
At ground, sometimes getting off the ground is a little rough, and I think you're doing a great job, and that's why I'm trying to hang with you until the wheels fall off, whatever.
Well, this is so much fun. It's like we're all sitting around the same place. That's why I'm kind of doing it. Because we could be sitting around a table at the Blues on White, or at the Ambassador.
We did that so many times too. When you come in and we try to catch up on everything that's been going on, and you give us all the latest. My latest excitement from the Blues on White experience was a woman got angry at her boyfriend out there and drove it and started banging his car in the parking lot. She beat up. She banged into 11 cars in the parking lot.
Wow.
I remember that.
And knocked her boyfriend's car into the building while we were playing. Don was playing drums.
Yeah, Don got knocked off the drums. I was there.
And the whole stage moved about 6 inches. Like, what happened there? You know what?
Yeah,
what's
that's
going
bad.
on? We were busy playing. She had hit the guy's car and knocked him into the building. And the building had to be fixed.
That's the place where that'll happen. When I was staying there, I worked with Gary Martin for a year there, just over a year ago, backing him up. Well, we were kind of doing a duo kind of thing. But while I was staying there, I was trying to sleep, but the gunshots in the back alley were keeping me awake. And that I never heard before, gunfire in the... I've never heard gunfire in Edmonton before.
In
Mm.
Edmonton. Wow, wow.
But
That's it's not as
yeah,
something you don't forget too easily there.
yeah, things are a little haywire still with the folks running around
Yeah,
outside
we
at
tried to
night.
get we we tried to get John not to shoot his gun off all the time. So
You know what? That's
I was.
payback. He's paying me back. All right. I'm gonna be humble here. I'm not gonna say anything. Right? You can have that one, but you got
Okay.
one. You got one coming from me. All right. Just know
Okay. All
that.
right.
Mm.
Oh boy, I'll tell you, I'm in trouble now, Larry. I guess I hate.
Well,
I guess I hate
can't
playing the
top that.
game. I guess I'm off of the game that fast. Oh,
Oh
okay,
no,
well, good for me.
no! You're not gonna get off that easy. We want you on the gig, but we pay you less money. That's what we got.
Oh, oh boy.
You got to
Oh,
work
Lord,
for it.
understand it. I'm
Mm,
telling you, that sounds like a blues song.
Yeah, it could be. I think it might be.
but uh,
Mhm. Like you, all you fans out there, if you have questions, we'd like for you to think about what you'd like to ask us, and then if they require intelligent answers, though, you
we
know,
Yeah,
might have a problem. You
maybe,
might have a problem.
maybe, I don't
like
know.
we don't we
We
don't
don't
want
want
to
to
answer.
answer.
We do not want to answer the what size of guitar strings you use because that's not kind of what the show's about. Where do you buy your boots? You can buy boots,
You ever
but if you
heard of
have,
Goodwill?
if you,
They got their goodwill.
I
Yeah,
know, I
that's
know,
right. Yeah.
I know. I experienced one in Edmonton,
Mhm.
right down from the club.
That's right. To save
Right,
our neck sometimes.
right.
We run short on and didn't get our clothes back on time,
Mm,
or there you
right,
run down there and get some used clothes.
right.
And they say, oh wow, they got they must be from them.
We left ours on the plane. We hadn't come in yet. All right, and then our clothes end up in the Goodwill.
Wow,
oh
wow.
wow, that's not good.
Yeah,
That was familiar. Right.
yeah.
Mm,
Man, oh man.
mm,
Chaplain, chaplain, chaplain. You know.
yeah.
Well, then we're gonna come and get you, and we're taking you somewhere. We're gonna we're not gonna blindfold you this time. We're
No,
gonna
thanks.
yeah.
I'm gonna be. I think our plan is still to move to Memphis in November, so that should be a big change for us.
Hmm.
Good
I
luck
don't
with
know.
that.
What do you think of Memphis? You got any Memphis stories, John?
Yeah, yeah. Matter of fact, I do. We were down in Memphis. We opened up the BB King Blues Club down there with Willie Dixon, actually.
Hmm.
You know, and come to find out, BB was in the club at the time we were loading up. Right?
Oh.
We were loading in, getting ready to do the sound check and everything, and Willie disappeared. I'm looking for him to give us cues on what we're gonna do. He
Hmm.
walks out from the kitchen with a thing full of corned beef, and BB's back there right behind him, man. He wasn't even thinking. He wasn't worried about the show. He was more worried about the food.
That's
You
right.
know,
Gotta eat.
boy.
Good
Gotta eat,
food.
buddy.
Yeah,
I can
yeah. We
imagine
had a
the
good
food.
time. We we had a good time down there. Yeah. I miss them days, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
Memphis.
me too. Those
Really,
are good times.
right?
Last time we were in Memphis, we had we were going coming through Memphis, and we were with let me see, we there's a famous hospital down there that's started by Danny Thomas, and the about the children's
Yeah,
hospital.
yeah, yeah. I know the one.
Okay, so we some one of the girlfriends or one of the musicians wanted to see that, so we saw that, and then we went by the Rum Boogie Cafe, and then there was a guy who was playing trumpet. He's sort of the unofficial mayor of Memphis at that time, and he's a trumpet player. So that was the last time we saw him. Unfortunately, he passed away after that, but we did get a chance to see him play a little bit out on the street there and meet him and take pictures and everything. So, and it was
In
good.
the interview,
To,
in the interview I was doing with Bobby last week, it got cut off because of my internet connection. So I'm going to rebroadcast that information, that interview probably next week, so people can hear it in its entirety. He was talking about that same club that you just mentioned, and he played there. Yeah, he was playing there with Sherman Robertson from Houston. He's it was either Sherman he was playing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Sherman he was playing with, and the guitar player from the band ZZ Top, the guy with the really long beard.
well,
He
I
came
think,
in. Billy.
Yeah, yes, the name.
Billy.
Billy Gibbons. Billy Gibbons. That's the name. ZZ Top.
Right.
Yeah.
When you come down to Memphis, look out and be ready for some great fish fries. They love to fry fish down there.
Oh.
Fish and spaghetti. Oh man.
Yeah.
Really?
All kinds of fish.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Real good fish. So, and sometimes they play the blues too.
Yeah, those are legendary. Those are legendary fish fries, man.
Yeah. Well, food first.
They still
learn from Willie.
Yep. He had the formula, him and BB.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
wow.
Eat first and work later. Right.
Memphis. When are you thinking about?
November. We're gonna leave Canada in November and see if we can get over the border. And then once we're over the border,
see if we can get over the border. Wow.
Yeah.
What did I tell you?
Yeah. I don't know what that. Okay.
You never know.
We got to get across the border.
Right.
All right, fans out there, make sure you're out there in droves. We
Keep them out in the backyard.
Somehow we'll figure something out. We might have to build a glider and fly over the border and land on the other side. I don't know. The rules here in Canada are still pretty strict for leaving.
Right.
Oh
yeah, it's nuts. And that's I couldn't believe it when I was talking to Bobby last week. He was mentioning over in North Dakota. Apparently, nobody knew this because it wasn't on the news. They didn't have any mask rules or vaccine rules. All these rules that were in most of the other states. North Dakota ignored all that stuff. Did you know that?
No.
What rules were you concerned about, though?
No,
they
the rules. Well, no, I mean the rules that they were putting in. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I wouldn't know about because we weren't going anywhere. We weren't traveling anywhere during that time, and everybody was sort of panicking, and they were trying to put things in they were panicking about their health, and protecting people and being protected themselves, and they had to protect themselves. They had to protect the other people around them, and they were worried about the restaurants were worried about the crowd and the health concerns and everything. So they went in a lot of different directions, and they really didn't know who to follow that much, So
Right.
it's just a panic thing, and some of it didn't go well. They didn't. They came try to enforce some new rules on people that have been, like, we don't, so, and everybody was real divided on those issues like that, so that's kind of why I had problems like that, and
Well, yeah, and there's all these questions about whether it was true or not. But I remember I was looking on the internet, and where's Bobby's from is New Orleans. I asked him, well, how was it during the pandemic? And he said, well, yeah, some people wore masks and some others didn't. But you didn't, there was no really rule set in Louisiana that you had to behave a certain way. And, they had, well, the rules they had here, you couldn't be within 6 feet of another person.
Right.
And with a mask, you couldn't go out without a mask, and so all these rules seemed to be a little different than the United States.
oh yeah. I noticed that the restrictions were a lot harsher, I think, in Canada than parts of the U.S. But other parts, like I know Illinois, they took it a lot more seriously than. Well, I won't say they took a lot. Their rules were a lot harsher than, like, Texas, for instance.
Yeah,
Texas people, they didn't really want those kind of rules. Louisiana's right next to Texas, and so they were kind of that's the old South, really, So let's go. So what? We lost the war. And I'm gonna tell you, we're gonna make our own rules now.
pretty much.
I'm just
That's
teasing people from Texas. I'm just teasing, okay? So don't start.
and
If you
Louisiana
go to your
and
Texas like that,
Alabama.
where does that Maurice Vaughn actually live?
Yeah.
That's all.
You
We'll
send me a
never know.
$50,
Well,
I'll make sure you get that information.
Oh, my goodness. We're losing our connection.
so it's amazing how many stories there are from all the different places that I've just been hearing since we started doing the show. Getting all these different viewpoints on music and blues and the clubs, pandemic things that happened, and Bobby himself, he also works. I can't remember the name of the Zydeco. It's another Zydeco, real famous name, but it escapes me right now. But he was working with that person as well throughout the southern states and into Memphis. So a lot of touring going on down there without travel restrictions ever.
No. Yeah,
It
right.
was
And
it was okay to tour down there.
Yeah, that's,
But I think it had a lot to do with who you knew, maybe.
who you
I don't
knew?
know.
Who you knew?
Who you knew.
Oh yeah, who you knew?
Because I talked to some folks from California, and they said, no, we can't. We're not allowed to go anywhere. I think it was Mark Hummel that was telling me that. Yep. But they also opened up quicker than most places too. So yeah, pretty.
It was a strange commodity, and so big and
Yeah.
so so widespread, like say pandemic that went everywhere. The people in France were under they were under, like, what do you call that, when the lockdown,
Yep.
when you got to be back in the house by 8 o'clock or something like that, for
They
the
had a
rest of the
curfew?
evening you couldn't go out there. Yeah, curfew. Yeah, curfew, like sort of like a military restrictions or something like that, and they adhered to them for a long time. China did something similar as well, with their people, and then
Oh, yeah, there was some. I heard some pretty scary reports from China, and during the time a lot of the business stuff I was doing, the people I was talking to there, just at the time, uh, probably around January or February, when it was still just we were learning more and more about the pandemic. I was talking to these people in China on Skype, and they were fine. Didn't seem like they were concerned about anything. However, the media had a whole different take on the whole thing. So, anyways, that's enough about that stuff. It's the past. So, onward we go now. It's so.
Well, it can return very quickly too. With something else. That's what they're trying to put.
I'm expecting it. I'm expecting it.
Yeah.
I tell you, I don't know whether it was the weather that changed or something, but all of a sudden, insects up around here have gotten very robust. I got when we did this little outdoor farmers market gig, and I went in. I didn't really go into the bush. I just went into kind of a moist, little tiny rocks kind of area by the lake, and picked up a rock to use it for a weight or something. Anyways, I came home that night, and my legs were covered with itchy red marks. And it got so bad, I wasn't even able to lie down and sleep. I had to go see the doctor, and apparently he says they were bug bites from some bug called a no-see-em, which I never even heard of. I never even heard of that around here. So yeah, I think there's a lot of I don't know whether it's because climate change, but even just looking around at nature, I see nature behaving way different than usual, like birds behaving strangely, and who knows what's going on.
Try to scare us as much as they want to. Me and John are going to still play the blues.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the decision we made. We're going to still play the blues.
Got it. Right. You got it. And that's why we're
doing
the show.
Don't let that be one of your questions out there, people.
Right.
That's no answer right there.
Yeah, so yeah, no one's.
We'll still play the blues.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But wear some kind of. Make sure you're wearing long sleeve shirts and long leg pants. Good thick pants so you don't get bug bites.
Yeah. What you got coming up, John?
I told you we got that September the 7th.
Tell us again.
September 7th at Buddy Guy's Legend.
Ooh, in Chicago.
In Chicago. But in Detroit, we got about what is it? I believe the first date is 5th.
Okay. On Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays.
We booked there 3 Tuesdays in the month of September at a place called a TITP. That's called Tuesday in the Park.
Right.
And everybody that knows about the place, I hope you show up and enjoy our show.
Mm-hmm. Is it in the town of Detroit or is it in another town?
No, it's in Detroit, but it's
in the area of Detroit, greater.
Right, 9 Mile and
it's in Detroit then.
Right, it's in Detroit.
Okay. There's so many little towns. What's the name of that? Hamtramck. I have trouble with that.
It's in Hazel Park.
Hazel Park?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so people can Google Hazel Park and find their way there.
Yeah.
People that live over there already know because every Tuesday, now they're doing Friday and Saturday. They have packed. It's a packed house. It's a private club.
Oh.
Private community, but it's great
Mhm.
People,
I'm,
right?
I'm gonna
I
tell
thought
you.
it
I'm
was
gonna
going to be
tell
something outside.
No,
It
no.
sounds like something
Yeah.
outside, but he said it's a club.
Right.
That's okay.
It's a
Okay.
club. Right.
So
So
yeah.
in the park, so the park is actually inside.
No, no. It's not a park.
Oh,
All right. It's actually
well, that's all our mystery
right.
gone there.
Right, right.
Yeah. It's
And they
only
want
called
it
a
to be
park.
a mystery.
Okay.
But I
It's
so
a building.
everybody knows about it.
That's like when they had a blues cruise,
Right.
and there wasn't nothing to do with the water.
Yeah,
It was a
right.
cruising between the between the blues clubs,
Yeah,
cruising from one blues club to another, cruising. So
you know,
so
Oh wow.
blues club.
I have
Yeah,
to, I have
yeah.
to stay with protocol. Okay, I am giving you this information the way they want me to give it to
Yeah,
you. All
there you
right, you
go.
don't step out
Thanks,
of the
John.
box.
That's right.
Right.
He did a couple of commercials for. Are you playing Tuesdays in the
In the
park?
park.
Is it really a park? Don't ask me. I'm glad you asked me those questions because you can come down to the building and see for yourself.
Yourself.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't
Right.
let
Go
me have to tell you again.
Right.
go see John Watkins not playing in a park, but in a club in Detroit.
Hey, I don't see no
So
park. I
What's
leave.
wrong with you guys, man?
you take the Amtrak, you can take a plane. So
Just come
yeah,
on
and you
down to Hazel Park.
believe it or not,
And
I was going to mention. I think that's something we're going to be seeing a little bit more of. Is if you look at the we're all familiar with Taylor Swift. She's that's a job I wouldn't mind being one of her truckers. She just gave everybody $100,000 bonus.
wow.
But I was reading there's thousands of people that are not waiting for her to come to their town to play. They're actually flying to go see her in different cities. So I think we're going to start. Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot more of that than musicians touring around because apparently it's cheaper for people just to hop on a plane and go see whoever they want at any kind of club.
Okay.
Well, please come see us.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh,
All right.
Well, that's
Tuesday in the
people
park.
now. People all over the world now know where you're going to be. So as long as they check out the YouTube or the Facebook show where we're broadcasting right now live, and
Yeah, live.
right.
we're all live right now on
Well, your questions can be answered
yeah.
by somebody qualified to answer your question.
And it's Tuesday, August 8th, live right now.
Right.
And what's the name of the fine establishment you're at right now?
Can we do this?
What's the name?
Do you ask where we are now?
Where we are now? We're in a free Wi-Fi restaurant,
Right.
Oh, you can't say the name?
Michigan City.
Michigan City.
Okay.
Right.
Michigan City, Indiana.
Right.
It's one of the states.
Okay, gotcha. So,
It's the best state I've been in since yesterday. Okay. Okay. All right. The Indiana people don't come with those questions like that.
That's why people love you, Maurice. Believe me when I tell you. Never know what you're gonna get.
Good.
Right.
I'm supposed to not show the label one.
Right.
Okay. Don't show
So
the
I
label
guess-
till you get paid. Okay.
that wraps up the show for tonight, I guess, because I really don't know. I think we covered more than we covered last time we talked to John, so we got a lot more information. And whenever
Yeah,
you,
extra stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
grateful anyway.
Oh yeah.
'Cause I was catching pure hell trying to keep up with you guys.
Yeah.
Kept
Yeah.
blinking in, blinking out. And
Yeah.
I get in a conversation. I really want to say, I want to say something. And I'm gone.
It zoomed you out.
Right.
See that he was on Zoom. He was on the Zoom part. You
Yeah.
know, it just zoomed him out.
I
Right
know,
there.
man. You guys really zapped me last time. But
Well, I
I
guess
made up for it this time.
Maurice is going to have to travel around then with his laptop and go visit everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Because this worked really, really well.
Okay. Good.
No way. John has really helped me this week. He really helped me this week. I've enjoyed him. Uh, having him in my town that I left, but I came back, and I'm going to leave again. Things like that. But we're trying to sell a house.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are working together to. I'm glad you guys are working together to get that taken care of. That's got to be a hassle.
Yeah, because he's a man of many hats. He wears many hats.
What he's trying to say, he's a slave driver. All right. Do not work for Maurice Bond. I'm so tired. I can't see my.
I had no idea.
I had to say that.
John, I was going to buy you a hamburger.
Woe is me.
Where were you staying tonight, John?
Well, no, we were at another. No. We were at another place by the hamburger. Okay. You forgot about
Right on.
They were really don't need. Okay. So, hey, Larry, I really enjoyed myself once again.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Show. I'm looking forward to hearing the Cheeze Toast song next time.
I'm such an amateur.
Larry's new song. This is supposed to be the title of the show.
I know it is.
Are you probably gonna edit this part out like that? But we go.
This is live. Okay, there's something that I like just a little too much. It's a tasty, cheesy snack. I can't get enough. There. That's it.
Oh, you're making me hungry, man.
That's one of his favorite dishes. Big cheese.
Oh, cool.
I'm gonna try that.
Any kind of cheese in particular, John? Swiss. Ooh.
Yeah.
You like the Swiss cheese?
Yeah.
That's what Trisha's favorite. I like extra old cheddar.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's strong. I like strong cheese.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or whatever's in the
like
fridge.
The stinky cheese. You like the stinky cheese too?
No.
Roquefort and all that. Yeah. Oh, clothespin on your nose. Well, boy, this sure is good.
Mozzarella.
Yeah, well, there's no taste in my
Farmers. There's a little bit. It depends whose you get.
Yeah. Well, if you like strong tasting cheese, mozzarella is not that.
How about Monterey?
Okay.
Defino. Defino's pretty greasy.
He's going way past my pay grade now. I don't even have, kind of like that.
I don't buy expensive cheese.
I stay out of, when I go over there, So.
Well, I'm in Alberta, so
you want what portion of an ounce for this cheese?
No.
Like this,
No, these are pretty affordable cheeses I'm talking about.
Okay, well, looking forward to it.
Yeah, we'll have it ready.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Okay.
Well, good luck with everything tomorrow, and good luck on the gig in Legends. And yeah. I was going to say hi to Gary, but he probably doesn't want to know.
What you owe him some money?
Well, I'm not going to talk about that on the live show.
I'll find out.
Yeah, you will. I'm just too crazy for Gary. I'm pretty sure that's what the deal is, as you can tell. So, yeah. All the best, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
We need all of the best we can get. And thank you,
right.
Mr. A Master of Ceremonies there. Okay, Larry. Cheeze Toast. Cheeze Toast Show. All right.
Okay.
You take care, man. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Be in touch.
Okay, bye-bye.
All righty. I got to get me.
There we go. Is the Zoom still on? Okay. Oh, no. And that's that.